Oh, more hype for Wonder Woman. This I I just saw every little clip. Like every 1 minute clip. I think there's like six of them and all the TV spots. God, why? Why did I do that? I promised myself I wasn't gonna watch anything, and then I just went ahead and watched them all. God damn, this movie looks good. This movie looks so fucking good. Chris Pine is killing it. He's killing it, man. He knows exactly how to play Steve Trevor, and it's like tailor made for him. It's fucking great. That scene where she's like yelling at him in the stairwell, and she's like, "Ares is coming. What the fuck are we doing? Don't listen to your general, dude." And he's like, "I was lying in there." And she's like, "You were lying? How do I know you're not lying now?" And then he takes the lasso, he wraps it around his wrist, and he says, "We're going to the front. We're probably gonna die." That's hysterical, dude. I can't wait to see this in the theaters. This is gonna be like an event of event of a lifetime, maybe. I don't know. The first great female superhero film. It should be. I mean, it should be blowing everything else out of the water. Really. I mean, $65 million. I don't see it's possible how it's gonna make that little. Women are like crazy pumped for this movie. uh, I think there was like Screen Junkies. There was this girl talking about how she was in a screen or something, and all the women started to cry when they saw the battle scenes on the Amazonian island. I'm like, wow, y'all cried. Apparently, you don't read comic books. That's a telltale sign you don't read comic books. If you ever read comics or cared about comics, or went out with dudes who read comic books. So you never went out with a dude who read comic books. You would know how badass Wonder Woman is and how strong of a character she is. I mean, comic books have been around for like 75 years, and they've been way more progressive than America. Right? Black superheroes, female superheroes, gay superheroes, as of like 2001 or something like that. Alan Scott was gay. They turned the Green Lantern Alan Scott gay. I mean Hollywood movies. They're taking their all these all these movies and ideas. They've all been done before in the comics, so there's no excuse. They should nail this movie. And after watching all these clips and all these little trailers, I am more convinced that we are not going to get a tournament for Wonder Woman getting the sword and lasso and shield. We're not going to get a tournament. She's just going to steal them. And on her way out, her mom's going to have some few words for her, you know. She'll be like, "Be safe" and shit like that. I don't mind. That stuff like that. That's like in every goddamn comic book of Wonder Woman. The whole tournament thing. I mean, personally for me, it's just boring as hell. Every time we get to it, it's just boring because you know exactly what's gonna happen. She's going to win. She's not gonna lose. Or come in second. She's gonna win, and they're all gonna be shocked that it was Wonder Woman underneath the helmet. You know, and they're gonna reluctantly give her prize. But like this movie, they're fucking skipping that shit. We don't have time for that. We have 2 hours and 20 minutes to tell a great Wonder Woman story. We're not wasting it on something that's redundant as a tournament, which is great. Which is great. And I actually read up on some other things about this movie, and apparently there's going to be an animated sequence at the beginning that's going to be explaining the history of the Amazons and shit. Oh fucking shit! That is going to be so fucking cool. I can kind of see it now. It's gonna be like it's gonna be like ancient Greek like drawings and shit like that, and it's gonna show the Amazons all enslaved by man, and they get freed and shit like that, and they fucking wreck the Romans and stuff like that, and then they fight Ares. I could see a bunch of different scenarios playing out. Uh, there's one other clip that released from the movie of a scene, and it was the General Ludendorff, and he's fighting Wonder Woman, like he's fucking punching her, and she's punching back, but it's not hurting him that much. I mean, he gets thrown back, but you see his face start to glow a little bit, like he might be Aries underneath the skin. Uh, I still don't think he is Aries. Like after seeing that, I still don't think he's Aries because during that scene he tries to stab her and she stops the sword. So he's not strong enough to. He's not stronger than her. So Aries is stronger than her or as strong as her. So I don't see how he would be able to be stopped by her unless Ludendorff is a guy who's getting power from Ares. Like Ares is giving him power, and that's why he's strong. That's why he's quicker because Ares has, he's one of Ares' minions, and Ares is also working on the other side. He's working for the British Intelligence Service or something, and he's like the boss of Steve Trevor. And also, when he gets punched by Wonder Woman, he says, what are you? What are you?" And she's like, "You soon find out." Uh, why wouldn't Ares know who she is? Ares should know who all the Amazons are, right? He should know that. Why would he? Why would Ares ask that? That's another reason I don't think he's Ares. I mean, there's plenty of things he could be, you know? That would be nuts. I mean, like they could do so many swerves. I mean, I don't want to get crazy hyped for this because it's just never a good thing. It's never a good thing to get crazy hyped because it'll never be as good as what you imagine it in your head to be. And I'm gonna go into this movie with a clear mind. I'm not gonna have any expectations of what I want to happen. I just want to see the movie for what it is, and hopefully it's great. Hopefully it's a great movie. And hopefully they don't do anything that offends me as a comic book fan. I don't think they will. I don't think there's anything they could do that would offend me. I mean, it's just great. This movie's getting so much positive praise going in. This is good. This is really good. And it's not getting overhyped because people are still skeptical about these DCEU films for some reason. I mean, if you just watch the films, you'd probably like them. Like, you don't understand why you have to be skeptical about it. So that's gonna keep people's expectations and hype down. But they're gonna want to see the movie more because of all the positive press. But they're gonna be like, let's see, and then it's just gonna blow them away because they're gonna have lower expectations, and its actual good movie is gonna blow them the fuck away. And they're gonna think it's the greatest movie of all time. That's what I hope happens. That's what's probably gonna happen, and it's probably gonna be closer to $100 million. Like 85 million, like would be the lowest it could make, and I think 100 it could break 100 million. Cause I mean, word of mouth. I don't think it's gonna have a Saturday drop. That's gonna be that devastating. But let's see. This movie's gonna come out. It's gonna be great. I can't wait. The other scenes that they released, there was one where she's running into like a warehouse by herself, and she's just kicking fucking ass, dude. She is wrecking these Germans. Not Nazis, by the way. I hate how people are comparing Wonder Woman to Captain America: First Avenger so much. Like it literally is a different war. Everyone just like doesn't care. Wonder Woman's fighting Nazis. No, no, she's fighting Germans in the First World War in fucking smoke gas and trenches. And it's a different time, like the 1910s. That's a completely. I mean, it's different than 1945. It's different than 1930s because in the 1910s, women were even more oppressed. So it even makes more sense to have a Wonder Woman movie set in that time. Because I don't even think the suffragettes. I don't even think that started yet in the 19. It just started like in the 1920s, isn't it? So we didn't even have that yet. We had a major war going on. We didn't have time for the suffragettes. And in World War II, women were equal to men in the at least in the United States because women had to go to the factories and work. You know, they had to keep the country running as all the men were going off to fight and die in war. They had to keep everything running, so they became equal. Like they were seen just as worthy as men to do jobs that men were doing. Not, that was not the case in World War I. You know, they were still looked down upon. They were still oppressed, and it's just a different scenario than World War II. Maybe not like a crazy, like maybe it's not like to visibly to the eye it doesn't look different, but it's completely different as far as like social contracts are concerned and whatnot. There was another clip of Captain Steve Trevor getting the lasso wrapped around him on the mascara. Oh my god, I cannot wait for this fucking scene. Oh my god. Oh, dude. He's like, what is this? It's hot. It compels you to tell the truth. Oh, I'm a spy! He's yelling it. Dude, I can't wait. This is gonna be so good. Oh, they're getting some of the all the Wonder Woman basic shit, lasso of truth, you know, the God Sword, the fucking Steve Trevor olden times. Like they're getting everything right, right? And Steve Trevor's definitely gonna die by the end of the movie. I hope people are ready for that. I hope people aren't so like naive to think that Steve Trevor's gonna, not gonna die at the end. He is definitely gonna die at the end, and it sucks because you're gonna be even more attached to him because is played by Chris Pine and he's super funny. But he's dying at the end because this movie takes place in modern day, and then the whole movie's like a flashback to 1918, 1917. And then at the end of the movie, it's gonna come back to present day, and it's gonna be like Batman talking to Wonder Woman about the Justice League and shit like that, and maybe a little Lex Luthor, maybe a little Lex Luthor. Remember that if you remember the computer from BVS, there's a picture of Wonder Woman getting out of a car, and on top of the car it says Paris. It's a taxi cab in Paris, and she's in Paris to begin the Wonder Woman movie. So maybe Lex Luthor's tracking her. You know, I mean that'd be dope. Maybe we don't see Lex Luthor, but we see the camera sticking out of the car to take a snapshot of her. We see Lex Luthor's long hair silhouetted, but you don't see him speak. You don't hear him. You don't see his face or anything. That'd be dope. But yeah, Steve Trevor's totally dying. Steve Trevor is totally dying. I mean, 100 years later, yeah, he's dead. He's either dead of old age or he died in combat in the movie. Um, but this is the thing in the comics. Steve Trevor has a grandson that looks identical to him. So when Wonder Woman first meets him, she thinks it's Steve Trevor. She's like, "How did you get here? How are you alive?" He's like, Steve Trevor is my grandpa." uh, and he has like a goatee, and he's like in love with Wonder Woman. The modern day Steve Trevor is like infatuated with Wonder Woman, and she doesn't know him at all, right? But he knows Wonder Woman from all the stories and shit like that. And so he's kind of like a creeper. He's kind of like a creeper on her, and she doesn't really like him that much. But I don't know if they're gonna do that. I think it's a little too weird. People wouldn't go with Chris Pine being a creepy stalker dude. They're not gonna go with that. I don't think they're gonna go with Chris Pine being the grandson in the modern day. uh, I just don't think it's gonna happen. But if they did that, it would be a huge nod to comic book fans. It would be like crazy fan service, like out of this world fan service. I don't know if they're gonna do it. I don't think they will. Just because you don't really need it. There's no point. All right, but this movie's gonna be good. I can't wait. It comes out June 2nd. Everyone should be there. June 2nd. Everyone should be there. All right. Here's a little PSA though. I wanted to say. Uh, if you're watching these videos, fucking subscribe, man, because I'm gonna be like doing this shit probably like 2 or 3 times. I'm gonna try to put up at least 2 or 3 videos every week, as much as I can before June. Because in June I'm not gonna be around. I'm gonna be gone. I'm gonna be in a place where there's not good Wi-Fi, so I won't be able to upload anything for like 3 weeks. So it's gonna seem like this channel is like dead for 3 weeks, but it's not. It's not. I'm just gone. And when I come back, I'll have my Wonder Woman review thing, and I'll be talking a lot about DC movies and shit because that's all I do on this channel is talk about DC everything, movies, video games, whatnot. That's all I gotta say for now. Go see Wonder Woman. Bye bye.